My solved the equation below incorrectly. Identify Mai's error and then solve the equation correctly. So what happened here is that Mai did not correctly combine the 1/6x and the 1/2 x. Now we are going to solve this together so that you can see her error clearer. I'm going to rewrite the equation to the right side over here, and we're going to distribute together. So distributing the 1/3 times the 1/2 x, we end up getting 1/6 x. And when I multiply the 1/3 times the -9, I can really think of this as putting an invisible 1 underneath that -9, and also an invisible 1 underneath the 18 over there. So I'm really doing 1 times -9, which gives me -9, and then 3 times 1, which is 3. On the right side, I have 1/2 times x, that gives me 1/2 x, and then 1/2 times 18. Or I can think of it as just multiplying the numerators out first. So 1 times 18 is 18. And then in my denominator, I have 2 times 1, which is 2. Now I can combine some like terms after I simplify that -9/3 into just -3. And that 18/2 as just 9. Okay, so we can go ahead and combine like terms. We can move this -3 over to the other side. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides so that we can get rid of the -3 on the left side and combine the constant on the right side. So we end up getting 1/6x is equal to 1/2 x plus 9 plus 3, which is 12. And next, I am going to subtract 1/2 x on both sides because I'm really looking forward to getting rid of that 1/2 x. So now it crosses out on my right side, and we're left with 12 on the right side. And on the left side, I'm going to leave it as 1/6x minus 1/2 x for now. And we're going to talk about finding a least common denominator, or you can think of it as least common multiple, between 2 and 6, so that we can get some like denominators. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 continues on for the multiples of 2. And for 6, we have 6, 12, 18, and continues on. But I already see here that they have 6 in common. So what I'm going to do is leave that 1/6x alone. And what I'm going to do is multiply both the numerator and denominator of 1/2 by 3 so that I can get my like denominator of 6 on the bottom. And my numerator is going to be 3/3. So we have 3/6x is equal to 12. And from here, we're going to combine the 1/6x and the -3/6x. We end up getting -2/6x is equal to 12. And if you remember, we are going to divide both sides by -2/6, or we're going to multiply both sides by its reciprocal. So we end up getting -6/2 on both sides. The reciprocal is just flipping the fraction. So from -2/6, we have -6/2. When we multiply something by its reciprocal, it crosses out, and we end up getting just x by itself. So x is equal to, if I put that invisible 1 underneath that 12, I end up getting 12 times the -6 is -72, And 1 times that 2 is 2. X is negative 72 over 2, or simply negative 36.